Imagine paying almost $6,500 for a motorcycle that makes just 15 horsepower. Sounds crazy, right? In the United States, where even entry-level riders often start on 300cc machines, a little 125 might feel like a toy. But the Yamaha XSR125 Legacy isn't trying to be just another cheap commuter. It's a stylish throwback wrapped in modern tech, designed to make you question what you really want in a bike. Is it pure speed, or is it personality, efficiency, and design that turns heads at every stoplight? This machine is powered by a liquid-cooled 124.7cc single-cylinder with dual overhead cams and Yamaha's variable valve actuation system. That's 15 horsepower at 10,000 RPM, with 8.5 pound-feet of torque at 8,000 RPM. Numbers that might not impress someone looking at a Kawasaki Ninja 400 with 47 horsepower. But here's the twist. The XSR weighs only about 308 pounds and sips fuel at nearly 110 miles per gallon. That gives it a range close to 300 miles on just a 2.6-gallon tank, something almost no other bike in its price class can touch. And the looks? This is where the Legacy earns its name. Gold spoke wheels, a flat stitch seat, a round LED headlight, and minimalistic paint inspired by Yamaha's heritage racers. It's not pretending to be futuristic. It's banking on nostalgia, but with ABS brakes, a digital LCD display, and inverted front forks that most entry-level bikes in the US don't even offer. Now, let's be honest. In America, riders comparing options in this price range will instantly notice the mismatch. For about $6,200, you can buy a Royal Enfield INT650. That's a 650cc twin with 47 horsepower and nearly triple the torque. Or if you want to stay small but playful, the Honda Grom comes in at just $3,500. Sure, it only makes around 10 horsepower, but it's cheaper, lighter, and has a massive community of custom parts and fan clubs behind it. The Kawasaki Z125 Pro is another option at about $3,400, delivering similar fun for nearly half the money. So why would anyone in the US pay double the price for a Yamaha with similar performance to bikes already available? For less? That's the big question. And if you enjoy straight talk reviews like this, where we dig into the bikes that could shake up the American market, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now, because there's a lot more coming your way. But before you dismiss the XSR125 Legacy as overpriced or underpowered, let's slow down. Because under the surface, there are details that make this machine more than just numbers on paper. Details that might actually explain why it's such a success overseas, and whether it could carve out a unique space here in the US. Look closer at the XSR125 Legacy, and you realize Yamaha didn't just build a small engine bike. They built a lightweight urban machine that blends premium components with everyday usability. The inverted 37mm front fork, for example, is the kind of suspension you usually find on larger performance bikes. Most use entry-level models, like the Honda Grom or Kawasaki Z125, still rely on standard telescopic forks. Add in the rear monoshock that can be adjusted, and you've got a smoother, more planet ride than what you'd expect from a 125. Then there's braking power. Up front, a 267mm disc paired with ABS. At the back, a 220mm disc, also with ABS. That's not something you'll see on a Grom or Z125, where ABS isn't standard, and sometimes not even available depending on the trim. Yamaha clearly wanted the XSR to feel safe and confident in traffic, even for new riders. And with wide tires to 110 at the front and 140 at the rear, the bike carries a stance that feels much bigger than its actual displacement. The digital LCD display and full LED lighting complete the package. It might look like a bike pulled straight from the 1980s, but the tech is firmly in the present. Compare that to the Royal Enfield INT650. Yes, it has triple the horsepower, but it still runs old-school halogen lighting and a traditional analog dash. If what you value is a mix of retro style with modern safety and efficiency, the XSR125 has a stronger case than it seems at first glance. Now, of course, there's the elephant in the room: freeway performance. With only 15 horsepower, this isn't a machine designed to cruise comfortably at 75 miles per hour on I-95. It's a city bike, and in that context, it shines. Low running costs, easy maneuverability, and a weight light enough that new riders don't feel intimidated. But here's the real question for American riders. Are you willing to trade top-end speed for a motorcycle that costs pennies to run and oozes style in every red light? And this is where Yamaha may have miscalculated. In Europe and Asia, small bikes dominate because of taxes, licensing restrictions, and dense urban streets. In the US, the culture is different. Here, displacement is king and riders expect to jump on the freeway without thinking twice. Yet in cities like New York, San Francisco, or Austin, where commuting on two wheels is growing, a stylish and efficient 125 might actually carve its niche spot. So the Legacy is more than just specs, it's a statement. But statements only go so far if they don't connect with the market. Which brings us to the bigger question: does this motorcycle even have a future in the US? Or is it destined to remain a forbidden fruit that Americans admire from afar? Asterisk when you step back and look at the Yamaha XSR125 Legacy. It's clear what Yamaha tried to do. They took a small displacement platform and gave it premium features, hoping to attract riders who want style, efficiency, and quality in one compact package. And in markets like Europe, it works. Licensing laws keep new riders limited to 125cc machines, so having the best looking, most feature-packed bike in that class makes perfect sense. But in the United States, the equation changes. For the same $6,500, you could walk into a Royal Enfield dealership and ride out a 650cc twin with more than triple the horsepower. Or if you just want a playful urban machine, the Honda Grom and Kawasaki Z125 Pro cost nearly half the price and have a massive aftermarket and fan base. Even Yamaha's own MT-03 or R3, both with around 40 horsepower, undercut the XSR125 on price while offering real freeway performance. That's a tough sell for American buyers. Still, the Legacy does something few bikes in this segment can. It delivers nearly 300 miles of range on a single tank, weighs just 308 pounds, and looks like a mini XSR900, complete with gold wheels and retro graphics. For riders who don't care about highway power and just want an efficient, stylish city bike, it's a dream. For collectors or enthusiasts chasing something rare and different, it's a piece of rolling art. And that raises the question: do you measure a motorcycle by its spec sheet, or by the way it makes you feel every time you see it parked in your garage? That brings us back to the opening provocation. Could a 125cc really win over American riders? The honest answer is only in very specific circles. The XSR125 Legacy isn't here to replace your freeway cruiser or to compete with middleweight sport bikes. It's here to test how much value riders place on individuality and design over pure performance. For most in the US, that trade-off won't make sense. But for a few, it might be exactly what they've been waiting for. So now it's your turn. Would you spend $6.5 grand importing a Yamaha XSR125 Legacy just to have something no one else in your city owns? Or would you rather put that money into a bigger, faster bike that offers more power for the dollar? Let me know down in the comments, because this is a debate worth having. And if you enjoyed this honest breakdown of a bike that challenges the way we think about the American market, hit the like button and subscribe. There are plenty more deep dives coming, where we separate hype from reality and figure out which motorcycles truly deserve a spot in your garage. Asterisk.